Good evening. Here is the news at 6. First, the highlights. Governor Sanwo-Olu swears in 8 new permanent secretaries. National Population Commission, National Orientation Agency sensitize Kogi State resident to e-birth registration. On the foreign, Polish Prime Minister admits threats of global conflict as Ukraine-Russia war enters decisive phase. In sports, Super Falcons star Monday get nomination for Spanish Liga F Player of the Month. Now the details. I am Taiwo Baruwa. The Lagos State Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu has sworn in 80 newly appointed permanent secretaries with a charge on them to lead with integrity and embrace high ethical standard. Governor Sanwo-Olu noted that their opponent underscores the state unwavering commitment to strengthening the machinery of governance and ensuring that the values of excellence, accountability, and service delivery remain.
Your decisions and actions must reflect the highest ethical standards. Transparency and accountability are the hallmarks of public servants who inspires trust. I expect you to drive innovation. The world is changing rapidly and Lagos must not stay behind. Think creatively, embrace technology, and implement solutions that are transformative and that are sustainable. You must serve with empathy. The people of the state are the center of what you do. Listen to them more, hear their concerns, prioritize their welfare, and remain accessible.
Guru said their appointment is in line with the need to reinvigorate the state policy implementation, apparatus, and continuous identification and elevation of deserving public servants into position of higher responsibilities where they would be further charged to make more impactful and significant contributions to the actualization of government policy objectives.
Know that these appointees are deemed to have remained consistent in their commitments, loyalty, and industry over the years and decades, and were transparently adjudged as deserving of this recognition in this regard. They went through a very, very rigorous process of tests, examinations, and then ultimately interview with Mr. Governor.
In a vote of assurance on behalf of other appointees, Mr. Semiu Kadri thanked Governor Sanwo-Olu for the confidence reposed in them, pledging their commitment to the vision of realizing the Themes Plus agenda of the state government, while deepening leadership position to ensure effective service delivery to Lagosians.
Sir, you have continually raised the bar for progressive and impactful governance in Lagos State through your transformative initiatives. We pledge to align ourselves with your vision by ensuring the implementation of policies that will accelerate sustainable development, improve service delivery, deepen the leadership position of Lagos State, not only in Nigeria, but also in Africa. We also acknowledge the supportive and enabling environment created by our colleagues across the public service.
The permanent secretaries are Princess Adebopo Oyekon Ismaila, deployed to the Teaching Service Commission, Mrs. Abisola Dosumu Adegbite, Audit Service Commission, Mrs. Olayinka Ojo, Minister of Economic Planning and Budget, Mr. Hamid Oyenuga, Minister of Justice and Solicitor General. Others are Dr. Muyiwa Adetola, Office of the State Auditor General, Mrs. Mojisola Yusuf, Tutor General, GPS Education District 6, Mr. Semiu Kadri, Office of Chief of Staff, and Mr. Hassan Dauda Abiodu, Tutor General, GPS Education District 5. The Association of Ex-Local Government Chairmen of Nigeria has commended Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu's administration for setting the pace in the country by making Lagos State a good example of how local government autonomy should work. This accolade came to the fore when the executive member of the association, led by the president, Albert Ashikpa, paid a courtesy visit to the governor at the Lagos House Marina. Ashikpa also acknowledged the giant strides of the governor, especially in delivering critical infrastructural projects across the nooks and crannies of Lagos State. He informed and solicited the support of the governor towards the association's upcoming retreat with the theme Local Government Autonomy, bringing government and economic development closer to the people of Lagos State as a case study. Governor Sanwo-Olu, who thanked the association for their visit, described the theme of the retreat as apt, urging them to use their wealth of experience and knowledge to chart the way forward for the development of governance at the grassroots and the nation in general.
For all of you in that space to know that you have served your people in one capacity, especially as a chairman of a local government, as one capacity or the other, I think it's important that you still have a voice and have an umbrella where you are a critical stakeholder so that you can continue to either politically or even with executive interventions, to bring about your wealth of experience, how things have evolved, how things are changing, and what you can bring.
The association has over 5,000 members across the country. In a move aimed at fostering greater understanding and promoting the visibility of disability issue in the society, the Lagos State Office for Disability Affairs, LASODA, has awarded 1 million naira each to disability organizations for advocacy and awareness initiatives. The donations were presented to Dyslexia Nigeria, the Joint National Association of Persons with Disabilities, the Down Syndrome Association, the Dwarf Association of Nigeria, and the National Association for the Blind. These of the agency, General Manager of LASODA, Adenike Oyetunde Lawal, while presenting the checks to the groups, emphasized the importance of continued awareness campaigns in breaking down barriers that hinder the full participation of persons with disabilities in the society. She stated that each group should utilize the funds to carry out impactful campaigns aimed at raising awareness about the challenges faced by individuals with disabilities and the importance of their inclusion in all aspects of life. Citizens have been urged to support governmental policies in fostering economic prosperity of the nation. Convener, Lagos Initiative, Adeniyi Olutime, made the during Greater Lagos Summit and Awards 4.0 was the theme, Building Resilience for Survival and Recovery. Olutime said the summit is packed to inspire key stakeholders, especially people in the grassroots, to relentlessly support the Lagos State government to record more monumental landmarks. According to him, amidst current economic and social challenges, the summit emerges as a pivotal nexus for intellectual exchange and strategic brainstorming aimed at charting socio-economic framework. Olutime noted that the program will craft a forward-thinking blueprint for resilience, progressive governance, community empowerment, and sustainable recovery strategies.
Watchdogs, we elected the people that are in government. They are representing us. Part of what we should do is what we are doing now. Tell them where they are getting it right. Tell them where they're not getting it right. Help them where we need to, and request for their own intervention too, where we feel that they need to do.
Also speaking, the executive chairman, Aurelia Agege Local Council Development Area, Johnson Babatunde, urged the Lagos resident to always pay their statutory tax so that government can afford to provide more amenities to bring succor amid current economic challenges. Panel of discussants emphasized the importance of collaboration between government and the people in nation building. Now to the rest of the stories. The National Orientation Agency, NOA, in collaboration with the National Population Census, NPC, have unveiled a digital registration initiative to register birth of children from age 0 to 5 years across the country. Speaking at a press conference and stakeholder sensitization in Lokoja, Kogi State Capital, Director General of NOA, Larry Nilu, said the birth registration remained the first legal acknowledgement of a child's existence, essential for safeguarding their rights and privileges. Nilu, who was represented by the acting Kogi State Director of NOA, Patrick Edogbanya, said the e-birth registration exercise was a collaboration with NPC and sponsored by the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. The NOA DG emphasized that the e-birth registration has numerous benefits to the individual, government, as well as global impacts by enhancing global cooperation and data sharing. The stakeholders at the meeting include youth and women group, religious, traditional, community leaders, people with disabilities, PWDs, NGOs, CSOs, media, among others. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, says vandals have again disrupted repair work of its Ahoada-Yenegua line, which currently under repair due to previous vandalism. This is contained in a statement by TCN's General Manager, Public Affairs Ndidi Mba in Abuja. Mba said the second attack, which affected towers 29 to 31, resulting in the theft of approximately 1/3 of the conductor, occurred on Tuesday. She said a team of TCN engineers led by the General Manager of the Port Harcourt region, Emmanuel Akpa, had conducted an inspection of the site. Mba said earlier in November, vandals had attacked the transmission towers in the Okada and Ofosu communities along the 330 kilovolts Benin Egbe and Benin Omotosho transmission lines. The general manager said TCN is intensifying its effort to protect installations and appealed to security operatives and local communities to be more vigilant in safeguarding power infrastructure in their areas. In foreign news, Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk says the threat of global conflict is serious and real, with the Ukraine-Russian war entering a decisive phase. The Kremlin says that a strike on Ukraine using a newly developed hypersonic ballistic missile was designed to warn the West that Moscow will respond to their reckless decisions. NATO says Russia's use of weapon will not change the course of the conflict, as Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says it is a clear and severe escalation. The UK and France have said they will do everything that is necessary to support Ukraine and achieve lasting peace. In sport now, Super Falcons forward Monday Gift has been nominated for the Spanish Liga F Player of the Month for November. In the first time, Monday will be nominated for the individual accolade. The 22-year-old scored 1 goal and provided 1 assist for her club, UD Tenerife, during the month. Another Nigerian, Edna Imade, is also in the running for the award. Imade was on target 3 times for Grenada in the month. Super Falcons captain Rashida Tajibade won the award in September. The Atletico Madrid winger was the first player to win the award since it was introduced. That's it on the news at 6, but just before we go, your vehicle is not a strong room. Please keep your valuables out of view of miscreant. You can follow us and like all of various social media platforms: X at Traffic Radio 961, Facebook Lagos Traffic Radio 96.1 FM, Instagram Lagos Traffic Radio 961. Subscribe and watch our news and programs live on YouTube at Traffic Radio 961. You can also visit our website www.trafficradio961.ng. Did you know that under the Sanwo-Olu administration, Over 1,000 indigent residents benefited from the state media mega empowerment program starter packs, which include grinding machines, barbing tools, air dryers, sewing machines, and Android phones. Can get more details. Olu has 8 newly appointed permanent secretaries with a charge on them to lead with integrity and embrace higher ethical standard. The National Orientation Agency, in collaboration with the National Population Census, have undergone registration across the country. Said the threat of global conflict is serious and real, with the Ukraine-Russia war entering a decisive phase. Finally, Sports Super Falcons forward Monday Gift has been nominated for the Spanish Liga F Player of the Month for November. For contacts with the newsroom, send a message to info@trafficradio961.ng. That ends the news broadcast compiled by Coyote Mafalashiri. I am Taiwo Baruwa. Thank you for listening. Good evening.
News from Lagos Traffic Radio.